Despite growing signs that the British economy is beginning to recover, Keir Starmer has boldly asserted that another recession is imminent in the United Kingdom. Speaking to Bloomberg following a meeting with city business leaders, the Prime Minister reassured the public that we must get our economy functioning and that we are starting to see how that is improving. He then reaffirmed his claim that his Labour government's top priority is growth, but this optimism is glaringly at odds with the harsh reality that households and businesses must contend with. The private sector is preparing for a sharp decline, with a forecasted growth rate of about -0.5% during the next quarter, according to ANL from the Federation of British Industry (CBI). This decline has been characterised by Julian Jessop, an economics fellow at the Institute of Economic Affairs, as yet another indication that the UK may be approaching a recession. In today's video, we will watch and respond to this interview with Bloomberg, but first hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Just a brief note to let you know that we do have brand new OneCare t-shirts available on our website. Visit British.com or click the link in the description and show some love. This Labour government's top priority is growth, and by that I mean wealth creation. For that reason, you've seen a number of announcements in recent days about how we're going to remove regulations, remove planning barriers, and use AI to move us forward. As a result, today we've had the chance to have a really good discussion about how far we can go, but the top priority is wealth creation. We need to get our economy functioning, and I think we're starting to see how that's turning around. We'll build on that as we move forward. Alesh Paya, a CBI economist, too presented a dismal image, cautioning that companies are still struggling with weak demand. After a gloomy run-up to Christmas, the budget's lingering effects and cautious consumer spending haven't made the new year feel particularly rejuvenating. POA stated that steps to restore economic momentum are urgently needed. Starmer's emphasis on an economic recovery appears to be more political spin than an accurate assessment of the situation, as companies are suffering due to excessive inflation. A problem in the cost of living and rising interest rates have undermined consumer confidence. Critics contend that Starmer's administration has not yet offered a viable plan to address these issues and spur real economic expansion. Worse, some interpret Starmer's remarks as an attempt to cover up Labour's inability to fulfill its promises of economic revival despite Labour's assertion that growth is its top priority. Businesses have cited conflicting messages from government policy, claiming that it has inhibited innovation and investment until specific, doable steps are taken to address the underlying reasons of econom. Many people are still dubious of Starmer's recovery story. This is helpful. People responded. Mann claimed that taxes destroy the economy and that fundamental laws cannot be changed suddenly. Envy kills everything, and the UK base rate shouldn't be this high. Mark claimed that he and the rest of his Starside government are the most deluded people to have ever led a government, and I will be shocked if he is still in office at the next election. Jason responded, well, I must be blind to that one. This user stated, I think we're beginning to see how that's happening is not the same as is turning around. Are we supposed to take that as a positive signal, or can we ask him exactly where and how he thinks he's beginning to see it? Let me know your thoughts on this and share your thoughts in the comments section. In other news, following the receipt of a malicious email overnight, a secondary school in Newcastle was evacuated and closed for the day. Walkergate's Benfield School took preventative action this morning in response to the alarming interaction at 7:50 a.m. Northumbria police were called to the scene, and officers are currently there. A big police van has been seen parked next to the school's green gates while investigators work. The school has apologized to parents for the inconvenience and described the situation as a health and safety emergency. Before deciding to close entirely for the remainder of the day, the school first evacuated the grounds as a precaution. In a statement, the school said that Benfield had been closed due to a health and safety emergency and that it would notify you via the regular channels of any updates regarding when the school would reopen. It also apologized for any inconvenience this had caused. The closure was implemented following discussions between school officials and police after the overnight email was discovered. Parents will be updated through the school's communication channels regarding plans for reopening, a Northumbria police spokesperson said. At around 7:50 a.m. today, Tuesday, we received a report of malicious communications directed towards a school on Benny Road in Walkergate, Newcastle. It is understood an email was received overnight. Officers are currently in attendance to carry out inquiries and offer reassurance to the public in collaboration with the school. A decision was made to evacuate the premises as a precaution. A subsequent decision was then made by the school to close for the remainder of the day. In other news, a woman in a wheelchair who shoplifted high-value goods was chased by a police car with its blue lights on. The South Yorkshire police car sounded its siren and followed the woman down the road. While she tried to evade capture, officers twice tried to cut off the driver in her three-wheeled motor wheelchair during the chase in Sheffield. However, in both instances the woman managed to avoid being captured by swiftly turning and carrying on down Mill Road. She was finally stopped by officers and admitted to shoplifting from the nearby Mead Hall shopping centre. The manager of Coral Windows and Conservatories on Meadow Hall Road, Laro Valente, saw the chase and asked why the police did not get out of the car to arrest the rider. He informed the Telegraph that the scooter had driven down Mead Hall Road, which is right outside our showroom, and continued to pass us. I'm guessing the police eventually caught them, but I'm not sure why they didn't get out and actually run after them or something. I'm not sure why they were attempting to drive. You could run quicker than that. I'm not sure how far down Mead Hall Road they went, or whether they turned off. In a statement, a South Yorkshire police spokesman said yesterday at 12:25 p.m. We received a call regarding a report of shoplifting at Mead Hall Shopping Centre. It is understood that a 33-year-old woman stole a high value of goods and left the scene travelling on a mobility scooter along Wheaton